Arav, Tanya, Rohan, and Kavya stepped into the decaying hallway of an abandoned bungalow. Instead, the heavy wooden door behind them suddenly slams shut. The air is thick with the smell of wet wood and ancient cobwebs. As they look toward the stairs, a distinct, human-shaped shadow moves silently across the upper steps, though the landing itself is empty. The group rushes back to the entrance, but the handle won't turn. The wood doesn't even rattle under their weight. It has the density of a solid stone wall. In a few seconds, the exit has vanished. They are no longer visitors. They are components within a supernatural closed system. The environment begins to react to their presence. A dust-covered music box in the corner starts to crank on its own, filling the hallway with a sharp, discordant melody. Beside the stairs, a vintage portrait of the home's former owner hangs in a heavy frame. When the beam of a flashlight hits the canvas, the eyes appear to track the group's movement across the floor. Directly beneath the frame, a single brass key hangs from a small pittance hook. Arav reaches out and takes it. Rohan ignores the stairs and throws his entire body weight against the front door. He bounces off as if hitting a reinforced bunker. The house isn't responding to physical force. To find an exit, they have to navigate the logic of the building's architect. The group moves up the rotting staircase to a locked room on the second floor. The brass key from the portrait slides into the lock and turns with a heavy metallic click. The room is empty, except for a large wooden desk. Resting in the center is an open diary, its pages yellowed with age. The final entry is written in a different hand than the rest of the book. It's a list of conditions left specifically for whoever manages to enter the room. The group falls silent. The instructions on the page are the only specific lead they have. The text on the final page is structured as 3 distinct clauses. Each one sets a specific term for their departure. The first clause states they must solve the mystery of the past, a requirement to acknowledge the history of the space they've intruded upon. The second clause provides the physical mechanism, the path behind the mirror. The final clause is a psychological warning: leave fear behind. As they finish reading, the house reacts. The music box downstairs becomes deafeningly loud, and the air in the room grows heavy and cold. Inside the room's mirrors, dark silhouettes begin to manifest, pacing back and forth just beneath the surface of the glass. Kavya forces herself to look past the shadows. By ignoring the movement in the glass, she notices the corner of a large mirror is vibrating, and a faint draft of forest air is leaking from behind the frame. By focusing on the physical evidence of a draft, rather than the visual terror in the glass, she identifies the exit point. Arav and Rohan grip the edges of the vibrating mirror and heave it to the side. Behind the glass, a narrow subterranean tunnel slopes away from the foundation and into the dark. They quickly scramble into the dirt passage. Behind them, the sounds of the bungalow's windows and doors slamming shut echo through the tunnel as the house attempts to seal itself. They finally emerge onto a forest road just as the sun breaks over the horizon. When they look back, the silhouette of the bungalow is already dissolving into the morning mist. As the mist clears, the group makes a single promise to one another: they won't be looking for adventure in the shadows again.